Snacks. Don't let strangers into your kitchen or your room. Figure out what you're feeling, and immediately you have more control over that thing. So the challenge is to think about whatever feeling you feel like you felt the most over the past week. So for me, maybe it's I felt annoyed. And then the goal is to write a 6-word description of what that feeling means to you. Think about it like a bio in an Instagram. So if my word is annoyed, the 6 words might be every little thing bothers me big. When I'm annoyed, even small things can feel really massive and frustrating. Strangers in the house. See you next time.
All right, so just a review, you have the dare, which is to identify the feeling you've been feeling the most over this past week, and then write a 6-word summary that explains that feeling. The strategy was the figure 8 breathing. So breathing in for the top part of the figure 8, breathing out for the bottom part of the figure 8 in order to focus on your breath, slowing it down. And then practicing gratitude, that is writing down 7 specific things that you are grateful for during the week. So what I would like for you to do is just take a moment and decide on 2 of those things, the dare, the strategy, or the gratitude. Decide 2 of those things that you would like to or could practically practice this week. So choose 2 out of the 3. Hey folks, did we have a chance to all share our choices?
That was fucking painful, dude. I had actually no idea what we were doing that entire goddamn class because I was strip mining.
Can I DoorDash Chipotle for just myself?
And me.
Yeah.
Chill.
Yeah.
Alex, can you hear us?
Yeah. What am I supposed to do?
What is the easiest part of online learning and what is the hardest part?
Probably the hardest thing is looking at the screen all day, and the easiest... Wait, no. Oh. I don't know.
You can pass if you want to.
I'll pass.
Okay, so now we're on to Brent.
I think we have Andre next, I think.
Oh, darn it. Andre came in late, so that's why I missed him. Andre, you're next.
Probably the easiest is just being able to wake up later than usual, but the hardest, I mean, I don't really know. It's been a few days only that we've been doing this, so I don't really know what's hard about it yet.
Next up is Brent.
Yeah, Brent.
For me, the easiest thing is I don't have to leave my house. And the hardest thing is, like, I don't know if I told you this before, but my eyes get tired really easy. So, like, it sucks to stare at a screen for, like, four hours.
Yeah, that's challenging. Brent, who goes after you?
I don't know actually.
I think it's Daisy. I don't think we have any C names. So Daisy, you are up.
I find the easiest part is, I don't really have to get up in the morning and like get dressed and then drive to school. I already have all my supplies next to me, and then the hardest is, getting my, laptop to work with the internet connection.
What's up, cuz?
And Daisy, do you know, actually, you just joined us today, so I'll help you out. Dominic goes after you.
Okay.
I think the hardest thing about this would be how I'm technically still supposed to wake up at 7 because my mom makes me wake up at that time. And the easiest thing would be how the assignments are set up because they just straightforward give it to you and explain what you need to do.
Who's after you,
Fortune
Dominic?
gives you more XP, right?
No.
Oh, it
I'm
doesn't.
not sure.
I believe we're at Harper.
The easiest thing is definitely being able to wake up so late. And then the hardest is probably, obviously not yet, but once we get assignments, being like able to do them on my own and being self-motivated. And I think the next one's Jared.
So I'd say the hardest word to rhyme is
The easiest thing is probably just
this has
being
been
able
talked
to
about
wake up
a few
at like
people.
9:45 and then just open my computer. And then the hardest thing is probably not having a social life
Somebody
anymore.
is echoing so bad right now.
Who's next, Jared?
To be honest with you, I have no idea.
Your good friend Casey.
Oh, hey.
Also, I think the hardest part is waking up later because I'm really bad at waking up early. And the hardest is probably like when we go into break rooms, it's like really awkward because like nobody talks, and I hate that. So that's probably the hardest thing.
Casey, I am
And I think-
curious, and maybe this can be something we solve later, but do you see any way to make breakout rooms less awkward?
Once we get to know each other, but like again, that's like the hard part. Like we can't.
Hi guys.
Hi guys.
We're not face to face, so it's just weird.
Would you, I'm just
So-
curious again, would you rather breakout rooms be random so you can get to know lots of
Okay.
people in your class, or would you rather your breakout room be the same
I
every
don't
time?
really know either. I'm just in that document that he told us to be in, and
Probably
so
random.
we're room 3, right?
I'm curious, thumbs up if you would want
So,
them to be random, thumbs
I'm supposed to
down
write
if you
under
want them to
room
be the
3 how my
same.
weekend was.
And you can do your video or you can do the little,
Okay.
I see the emoji. Thumbs up, random, thumbs down, the same. Okay, cool. Thank you for participating. Casey, who goes after you?
Is okay.
Caden, yeah.
Yeah, I gotta follow the train of it being like the easiest thing. Definitely waking up in your own bed and like having everything at your house and just being able to wake up so late. And then the hardest thing, I feel like, I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure about the second part. I think I'm gonna pass on that part.
Fair enough. Who's next, Caden?
Is there anyone else with a K name?
There is.
Is
Kaylin Zer.
Alright.
I'd say the easiest thing is probably the schedule and like short classes and all that, and the hardest thing is probably not being in person.
Who's next, Kaylin?
Kyle? Wait.
Before Kyle, we have Kiera. And just a little tip for you: if you click on participants, someone correct me if I'm wrong, but if you click on participants, aren't the names in alphabetical order there?
Do I just
I'm pretty sure they are. At least they are on my
Like,
screen, so that can help you
post
out.
it when I'm done?
Okay, Kiera, go.
I'd say that the easiest thing would be waking up, and the hardest would be technical difficulties. and then I think Logan is after me. Or Kyle.
I'd say the easiest thing is like the schedule.
Okay, I did
and
mine.
Just being able to I could wake up like 10 minutes before class started and be on time.
You know, Nathan,
But
you there?
then the hard thing is like being able to focus, I guess.
I'm recording right now, so that I'm just gonna.
Important information, but then the hardest is probably the communication. And then next, I think, is Logan.
The easiest thing is probably waking up, and the hardest thing is like wanting to go and do things like go outside, not being on the computer.
And following that is Logan Stacy.
I think the easy part is just get online and do the work, but the hard part is that school online is boring.
Who goes after you, Logan?
I think Maddie.
The easiest part is probably being able to sleep in more, and the hardest part is not being able to like see my friends during the day, because that's frustrating. Because there's some people like I only hang out with at school. So. And then Maria's next.
The easiest thing is having everything at home, and then the hardest would be the circle.
And Maria, who goes after you?
Michaela.
I would probably say that the easiest thing for me is, like most people, how late we get to wake up. And then the hardest thing is that, because I have ADHD, I don't really have like a really long attention span, so I like get distracted a lot. And I actually don't know who's after me.
After you is Nathan.
I'll pass, and Zakai is after me.
I think the easiest thing for me is that the time schedule's really easy for me, and the hardest thing, I guess, for me would be like not being able to see my friends face to face. And the next person I think is Shane.
The easiest part for me would be getting to class on time. I don't know what the hardest part is yet, and I think Steven's after me.
We're actually going to go Skylar and then Steven.
Pass, and then Steven's after me.
Skip.
And that was the end. Hey, thank you for those of you who shared. Passing also totally okay. Hopefully you'll get to a point, like Casey said, where we get to know each other and you feel comfortable sharing. So a few of you have turned in your PowerPoint so far. That's awesome. Thank you very much. If you haven't, I'm going to give you the remainder of the class period to go ahead and work on that. If you have questions, you can stay on and I will do my best to answer them. Other than that, I will see you all tomorrow.